Estamos vivo, güey.
We're on live.
Yes, we are. Just we are. So how was your day, Steve? Today we did a late podcast cause. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Simply
I
cause.
basically I woke up early enough to do the podcast, but then I guess you were still asleep, so I was like, whatever, we'll just do it later on. So I went to the gym, and then worked out, hung out at the gym for a bit, went to basically Goodwill to try to uh see if I could find anything like good, but no.
But there was no
Oh,
will.
well, there was no good. There was lots of will, no
But
good.
no good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and then I was like, okay, well, what else can I like? Well, and then I went to the liquor store. Got told that this was good.
What is it?
On the rocks, jalapeno pineapple,
Margaritas.
daddy juice.
So
By
that's not
itself,
daddy juice. That's mama juice.
I don't care. By itself, it's not good. But so I'm gonna mix it with some Fresca, and hopefully it's good.
Fuck. I think you're gonna fuck up right there.
Fresca?
Uh huh.
Why?
Because that's like those are like a bunch of weird ass flavors. It's already like jalapeno, lemon, and fucking what was it? Pineapple?
It's gonna be jalapeno pineapple and grapefruit.
Fuck. I guess.
It's gonna be good. Watch.
Steve right now dies. Super Mario music.
It's strong too. It's like 20%.
Is it? Oh, Steve's gonna be
Yeah,
bent over,
I don't know about
faded.
that.
You do. You do know about that. Don't lie. You know what it is. You know what I saw was for some reason I didn't know. Apparently I didn't watch that game. Well, I don't watch that game anyways. The Raiders were playing, and apparently they were winning 20-0,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was the first half, 20-0, and and a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, we got this in the bag," We're about to score again. The other team ain't gonna be able to catch up, and guess what happened?
They
They
lost.
lost.
I think I saw that same game. Who'd they play?
I don't know, but whoever it was, they wrecked that ass. Oh shit! So they had a riot apparently in Indonesia at a soccer game. 1,000 people, or not 1,000 people. I added an extra zero. My bad. 100 people died after that riot.
Really?
Yeah. Oh shit!
I wonder what you're supposed to mix this shit with because
That didn't work.
it tastes the way that like burning electronics smell.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Smells like that burnt plastic shit or what?
No, like burnt electronics. Like, oh, that's better, but it's still like not great.
Huh.
So, when you went to Knox Elementary in San Diego,
Uh huh.
did you guys have the computer lab?
Yeah. We had those fucking
The Macs,
uh
right?
no, before that we had those regular ass computers. Later, I remember they renovated and updated the computers, and we had those big
The,
color Macs.
yeah, the Macs. Yeah, the Macintosh.
Yeah,
You remember how that computer room smelled?
yeah.
That's how this shit tastes.
That's what I was saying. That smelled like
That's the smell of like
weird.
electrical fire.
Fuck. Yeah, like electrical fire. That's what it smells like.
That's how that tastes.
Oh, that's what it tastes like. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it smell like that too?
Not really. I don't know. Let's see.
Smell it. Does it smell like fucking electrical fire?
Like a hint of electrical fire. It smells fruity with a hint of electrical fire.
Like,
It smells like pineapple, but with a little bit of electrical fire.
does it smell like pineapple Fanta? Or does it just like pineapple juice?
I don't know what pineapple Fanta smells like.
You never had the pineapple Fanta?
I have, but I haven't had it in so long. I don't know what it smells like. Because they don't make like a diet pineapple Fanta. Otherwise, I'd drink that, but they don't.
Dude, today I was watching Kane, and apparently my wife's parents bought him kind of like those little cars. What are those called?
A scooter? Power wheels?
Yeah, like a Power Wheel. There we go. That's the word. Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Power Wheel, but it's a little motorcycle. And he was riding that today. That shit was funny. He was mobbing in that shit. He was like, "Zzz." I was like, damn.
Do you have a video of it?
No, because she FaceTimed me. But I was watching it and I was like, damn. I was like, that motherfucker's growing up fast. Like, he knew how to ride and everything. He knew how to stop and turn and all that shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
He's one of those kids that's been reincarnated from he was Evil Knievel.
He was Evil Knievel back in his day? Fuck, I don't know. That little fucking kid is strong too. So, I don't know.
Bullshit.
He is, dude. Like, he's strong.
No. You're not strong, so how'd that happen?
I don't know. You're strong. So it runs on our genetics.
Well, I was gonna say that's not my kid.
No, but I'm saying like, no, but I could be strong if I want. The fuck?
Liar.
I just haven't gone to the gym. That's all.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
I'm the one that started this fucking Schwarzenegger shit.
Interesting. Sure. Yeah, that was you.
Yeah. I was fucking the real McGee out here.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, Dad's the one that's a fucking strong dude. I don't know how the hell he's got so much strength. He trips me out.
It's that old man strength, that old Mexican strength.
The fucking immigrant strength.
Yeah. Had to be strong. He's like, only strong survive.
Yeah, that's weird. Dude, he's strong as fuck. I still don't think, to be honest, I could beat him fully, like him give up in like a hand squeezing contest or something. That dude's just got a lot of strength. Didn't you say you played with him like that? Or were you guys punching each other?
No, we're punching each other.
No.
We got drunk and we're punching each other.
Yeah, see, I'm talking about like hand strength. He has a lot of hand strength too. He trips me out. Sometimes I think I'm strong and then I grab his hand and he's like got a grip on his ass.
But I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing is I don't know, like it's like that kind of shit gets lost on me now because people will say like, oh man, this thing's like heavy. And then I pick it up and I'm like, and I'm like,
but you don't count no more. Because you don't pick up shit that normal people pick up no more.
Yes, I do. Like no, what? What's something normal people pick up that I don't?
Oh, fuck you. He's all like that I don't pick up. No, but I'm saying you don't count no more because you pick up like 500 pounds. You don't count no more. To you, now like 300 pounds ain't shit. So to you, picking up something that's heavy to normal people, to you is like, it's not that heavy. Because you're used to now picking up like shit that's like 400 or 350 pounds.
Mm-hmm. What's your point?
So you picking up like a fucking 50-pound bag to you is not shit.
No, it is.
No, it's not. You fucks. You're even like, thinking about it. You're like 50 pounds ain't shit. To most people, 50 pounds is like at least they grunt when they pick that up. They go, and then they throw it on their shoulder and walk off. You're just like, See, that's
No,
you. That's
no.
you.
I
You go. You go.
fine. Next time I pick up something heavy,
You got any
I'll
more of these 50-pound bags?
okay. So next time I pick up something heavy, I'll struggle a little bit. How about that?
Yeah, at least grunt. At least go. Huh.
Oh,
And then I'll be like, oh yeah, see, it's heavy. It's heavy. Stop pesado, way.
I don't know. Cause yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like
Yeah,
I can't.
that's like you telling like going to the kitchen and you see mom struggling with a fucking 50-pound sack of beans and you're like, oh, I got this, and you just pick it up and throw it. Well, mom's like dragging it.
I don't know why she would want me to throw it, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why you would throw it either with your Hulk ass. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, mom would tell you, "Hey, could you grab that fucking sack of 50-pound beans?" I don't know why she would need so many beans, but sure.
No, she doesn't do that. She's always like, oh, be careful, it's heavy.
And then you pick it up and run off with it.
No.
Yeah, you pick it up and skip with it.
I go, oh
Fuck.
yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Oh shit, my back. Ah.
Oh no. Ah,
Oh no, está pesado, way.
you're right. You're right. I should have listened.
You're right. And then you
I
grab all
should
the
have.
groceries and walk in the house. Fucker.
Yeah, we should have picked this up together.
Yeah, fuck. That's what I'm saying. See, you fuck. He's like what? Yeah, fucking asshole.
So, yeah, like what? I picked
Yeah.
that stuff up still. I don't know what you.
But I'm saying it's not normal for you to just pick up a fucking 50-pound bag and just act like it ain't shit. Normal people at least go, huh. Even normal men still would grunt at that.
No men.
Normal men.
Not if a cute girl's around.
No, not if a cute girl's around. He would want to pick up like 6 of those shits.
Yeah. Then he's like,
Probably-
this is shit.
Probably blow his back out in the process, but still.
Yeah, if he thinks it's
He'll
gonna,
deal with that tomorrow.
he'll deal with that for a month.
Yeah.
But he'll act
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he did it.
He's all like, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
But right now, I want to look like the alpha male. Give me 6 of those 50-pound bags. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's how that's how gym kids are. Like when there's a cute girl around.
Yeah.
Suddenly
They do this. Suddenly it's going from 2. Oh shit, there's a cute girl over there.
Yeah, basically.
That's what it turns into. I've seen those, and I'm like, dude, I hope you fucking fuck up and that weight falls on you.
Yeah, I don't know that.
That's what
I
it
see
turns
that
into.
I see that shit through Addie now because she's like, she'll post something on like Snapchat and then just random dudes will DM her and be like, "Ooh, I that's my warm up." Like some like random fucking kid who looks like he's never lifted a weight in his life messaged her on like a 225-pound squat, and he was like, "Oh, that's my warm up for curls." Or some shit like that. And I was like, the fuck is he talking about, dude? No, it's not. That's just not his warm up for curls.
What?
2 plates?
For curls? Who's doing
Yeah.
that?
Some kid that fucking messaged Addie.
He says
And
he
was
does
like,
2 plates for a fucking curl.
yeah, he's like, oh, she was doing, I think she was doing 2 plates. She was doing something. And then he was like, oh, that's my warm up for curls. And I was like, did it work, Addie? Are you into him now?
Did it work?
Yeah.
Is that what
Is
you
that-
like?
Did you send him your phone number right after that or what?
I don't know, but even a plate, dude, to me is kind of weird for somebody to curl. Like I feel
that's
like
a shitload. Like 135 pounds.
yeah, like
to
I feel
curl?
like a curl that heavy. I've seen people curl that, but even that I feel like is like you're just doing it just to show off because you don't need that to curl. Like you can honestly curl 25 or 30 pounds fine.
Well,
And
even
get a
then,
pump.
like the thing that I explained to people is like nobody cares unless
Well,
unless like if
that's
you're trying
ego.
to show off, right?
It's ego lifting is what it's called.
No, but so let's say you're trying to show off for a girl, right?
Yeah.
they don't give a shit unless they're already into you. Then they'll act impressed, but they still don't give a fuck. Because for instance, like there's basically like a loss in translation of like how much weight you're lifting to somebody, because to them it's like unfathomable. Like they don't understand it. So they're just like, oh yeah, that's a lot.
It depends on the weight, though.
But that's the thing though, is it's such an absurd amount to them that they can't even imagine trying to lift that.
The strain behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
get you
like,
right. I get what you're saying.
yeah. So like, my old roommate was basically, his girlfriend was impressed with him deadlifting 3 plates, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I tell her like, oh yeah, I do 6 plates, it's lost on her, and she's just like, oh yeah, that's a lot. But like, she has a better idea of what trying to lift 3 plates feels like as opposed to 6, because she's never,
Hold on.
you know. Hold on
Yeah.
for what?
Well, I can still hear you. I don't know why I said hold on. I was gonna do something real quick here. Just move like
Wow.
router. Wow. It's because it was like acting funny. I could hear you cutting out a little bit, so I was like, my shit's gonna start acting up.
It's been acting up. So, but yeah, that's like what I was thinking about. Is like,
Nice.
that's why I tell people like, dude, you just need to lift for you, because nobody else gives a shit. The only other people who care are like those other gym fuckboys that like are watching everyone else and comparing themselves.
That's the thing. Like a lot of people, the people that do that are like teenage kids that don't understand yet. They're
You'd be
testosterone
surprised.
levels.
You'd be surprised. There's older people that do that shit still. At least at commercial gyms.
But those are like those fucking people that don't grow out of it, like dickheads.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like if I go, granted, there's not a lot of them, but yeah, the younger kids, they're literally roam around in herds.
Well, yeah, the young kids do that because that's what they do. Like that, it's eagle lifting. I can relate. I've never eagle lifted, like just because I didn't like it. That was just not my thing. But
Liar.
no, like ego lifting wasn't my thing because I was like, there's always going to be somebody at that gym or whatever gym you go to that can lift more than you, regardless. And he's not that scandalous. Some people aren't that scandalous. There's that one guy, that special guy that likes to make all that fucking noise. Sounds like he's giving birth while he's benching or doing whatever he's doing. But most of the guys that lift like a lot, I've seen dudes that they're out there doing their own thing. They're not making noise. They're not like being all show off. And it's usually a guy in like a sweater and some sweats or like a hoodie, I mean. And like he's got his headphones on and he's just like doing his thing. And it's not making noise, not fucking with nobody. And he's like that. I don't know. You would call it like the gentle giant of the gym. And he just kind of does his little thing and fucks off. And then one day he goes to the gym and it's really hot for whatever reason. He takes off his sweater and the dude's fucking yoked. And you're like, God damn. That's the dude that ain't making noise?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is like that's why. So, and the reason why I noticed all this shit in the first place was because I would deadlift like, there was one time where I did like 525, right?
Right.
At the gym. And people were like, you know, I felt like
Hold on. Let me get more beer. Keep going.
I felt like a what are those things called? Like a spectacle, right? Like the strong man at the circus. Like
Ooh.
that. So because I did it, and then I watched a girl turn around and start talking to these other 2 kids that she didn't know about what I just did. What?
I said you were just missing the mustache, the strong man.
No, I was missing everything because I wear a leotard and all that shit. I didn't have that. But she turned around and started talking to these 2 random kids that she didn't know about it. And I'm just thinking, like, motherfucker, I'm the one who did it. Like, you should, like, acknowledge, like, damn, dude, that was crazy. Like, or whatever. But no, right? And then I did it. I did 5:45 after that, and then 5:55, and that was like a new PR for me. And every single time I hit something, I would watch other people talk to other people about it. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, because I don't know, there's some weird like intimidation when you lift that much weight, I guess, that people are just like, holy fuck, like, dude, did you see that? And I'm like, I'm right here. You could just talk to me.
It's because it's like
a spectacle.
It's like yeah, you're a spectacle on top of that, but it's like just a thing that's unfathomable. People are like, what the fuck? Like, that's fucking crazy type of shit,
Right. But see, now at the gym that I'm at now, nobody gives a fuck. Like, because at the gym I'm at now at Valhalla, it's just like, oh, we literally see you do that shit every day, bro. Like, it's impressive, but we know you can do more. So do more. And I'm like, sick. Like, this is where I need to be. If I PR, that's like all we'll talk about for like an hour. And they'll talk to me about it, right? They're not going to go and talk to like some other gym member of like, dude, did you see that shit? Holy fuck, that was crazy.
So crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know. I got to get back in the gym. I want to do a couple things though, but I feel like I don't want to
get some tampons first.
Make sure I don't fucking ruin my new panties.
Yeah.
But no, because I wanted to get into Muay Thai. So
get your ass whooped?
Yeah. Just see that fucking random kick that I didn't expect. Knock my ass out.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. I wouldn't do it.
No, I want to do Muay Thai though. I want to do Muay Thai and maybe get into jiu-jitsu. So I don't know if I want to lift weights right now though, because if I do that, I feel like I'm gonna get too bulky. No, I think I don't know. No, I'm just gonna go. I think to Muay Thai.
Why are you scared to lift weights?
Well, the thing is, if I start lifting weights, if I start Muay Thai and then just take a fight one day, I'm gonna be heavy. That means the dude that I fought is gonna be heavy, which I want to drop down if I'm gonna start fighting people like that. I doubt I'm gonna do because I'm older.
But yeah, I was gonna say. So why at 33 years old do you think it'd be a good idea to go fucking fight?
To fight people? Because why not?
Yeah, right. You're gonna wake up the next day and be like, "Fuck!" Like, if you don't like leg day, you're sure shit ain't gonna like post fight day.
Fuck! I feel like I got jumped by fucking 10 Jamaicans.
Yeah, even if you win, you're gonna feel like you got the shit kicked out of you.
No,
and they might not allow TRT.
I wouldn't be on it.
Oh well, then you're not gonna recover well. You're gonna feel like dog shit.
Nah, I feel like I can do it. I'm gonna go get tested first. If I don't gotta be on it, then I don't have to be on it. I'll just figure.
You probably do have to be on it.
Well, I'm gonna go check, but we never know. Maybe I'll take a fight. Maybe do a couple fights just to get it under my belt and say I did that.
I guess.
I'm obviously not gonna go pro, but just have a couple amateur fights under my belt and be like, hey, look, I did that. Be able to tell Kane, hey, yeah, your daddy was a fucking Muay Thai fighter. Not a pro one, but amateur. Got a couple fights under my belt,
Well, it's just one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I've done that. Like,
yeah, I just want to check it off like my little bucket list. I don't want to go pro.
I thought you wanted to do powerlifting. You scared?
No, but I kind of want to test myself at Muay Thai. I know I have hands. I know I can fight. So at first I was like, I'm gonna go into boxing, but then I was like, it's like I know I can box. I was like, I know I have hands. So I was like, let's try Muay Thai. I was like, let's go into Muay Thai. They do boxing and kicks, so we'll go into that realm, and then I can refine myself a little better. And then I was like, might as well try a little jiu-jitsu. Throw that into the mix. I would have preferred doing sambo. For some reason, I like sambo more than jiu-jitsu, which technically is the same shit almost, but
I don't think it is at all.
kind of. But it's hard to find like a fucking sambo thing out here. So I was like, jiu-jitsu. I did find something curious about jiu-jitsu though. You know, I think there was only four people that are titled as red belts, and that's like the highest category that you can get in jiu-jitsu. And most of them, and I think all four of them are from the Gracie family.
Well, that makes sense because they're the ones who basically started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Pretty
Because
much.
Jiu-Jitsu came from Japan.
Yeah.
Bet you
Well,
didn't know that.
Well, I think wasn't it judo first, or it's just called jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, it's just Jiu-Jitsu.
Is it? And then they came out with Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and then that took over the world.
Yeah. Basically, I don't remember the story, but somehow one of the Gracies learned Jiu-Jitsu and then refined it and made it better and did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and then kicked the shit out of everybody who did Jiu-Jitsu. Because it was like, he basically like modernized it.
Well, there's this one Gracie brother that I found out. I mean, he's really famous already. But you know the Gracies that did go into UFC and just fucked everybody up? Apparently they have one brother in the Gracie family. Forgot what his name is. But he's, I guess, the best of them all. And he did, like, they asked him, like, why don't you want to go into like UFC? And he was like, nah. He's like, that's my brother's stuff. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's their thing.
What's his name though?
I don't remember. I think it starts with an H.
Well, all their names start with an R, but it's pronounced like an H. There's
Hold on.
Hoyler, there's Henzo, there's Ryan, and then there's Hoyce.
Hoyce, that's the one. Hoyce Gracie. He's the oldest one. I think he's the one that came out with a breathing technique, too. I think he's the oldest of them, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't remember which one came out with like a breathing technique, but they pretty
I
much
think it's
all did MMA at one point because they fought Kazushi Sakuraba, and he kicked the shit out of all of them, and then got the nickname the Gracie Killer.
Oh, did he?
Because they would show up undefeated, and then he would kick their ass in Pride.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I think he only lost to one of them.
I don't know.
And that was because he was already older.
Oh, he was gassed out already. Oh shit!
Yeah.
So there was one dude that was fucking him up.
Yeah, Kazushi Sakuraba. He was kicking the fuck out of those guys.
No, shout out to that dude.
Yeah, he still does shit. I don't think he fights anymore, but I think he wrestles now.
Oh shit! He was a fucking Gracie killer. I didn't know that part. I thought the Gracies were just like unstoppable. I thought they were just smashing through motherfuckers.
Yeah,
In the beginning, I think they were.
His last fight was in Ryzen in 2017.
Damn.
And now then he did a thing called Quintet that was like grappling.
That's crazy.
And then
Gracie killer,
he retired.
He's some Japanese dude or what?
Yeah.
Ooh.
In June 2021, Sakuraba was a torchbearer for the 2020 Olympics.
Ooh.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I think I saw that. There's some old Japanese dude running.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't think because he's not that old. He's like,
oh, then it must have been some other guy.
Yeah, he's not that old. He's like, how old is he? Let's see. He's 53. Yeah, so he's not that old.
53? Oh, yeah, he's not that old. He's about Dad's age.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so. Dude, you know it'd be dope? You imagine you go all the way to Japan and go meet that dude and be like, hey, man, I want you to show me how to fuck people up.
And he's like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, he's all, fuck you, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
You look like a little bitch.
That'll be sad.
For you.
Or for wherever.
For you.
For me? Okay. Yeah, I didn't know there was that dude. I didn't know there was that dude called the Gracie Killer. Fuck.
Yeah, watch. I'll show you. This is him at
So he was
the
just
Olympics.
going around fucking up everybody. Oh yeah, that's not the same dude.
Yeah.
He's got like a little goatee or something going on.
Yeah. Goatee, mustache, hair.
Nice.
But yeah,
Damn.
it's like a hero of Japan, the Gracie Killer.
Fuck. That was his nickname. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being a Gracie though, and then kind of fight a dude called the Gracie Killer, and you're like, damn, this was known for kicking our asses.
I mean, the Gracies would go in there and be like, "Nah, fuck this guy. I'm about to avenge my family's name,"
You
and
know,
they'd
get his ass
lose.
kicked.
Yeah.
So that
and they'd
one guy
lose.
fucked him up. Which Gracie kicked his ass? I mean, it was about.
One of the young guys. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he was older. Like,
Well,
I
that's
wouldn't say
what I was
washed
thinking.
up or anything like that, but yeah, he was older, and it's like, eventually,
Age catches up to you.
with as many Gracies as there are, one of
yeah.
them has to fucking beat them because it's basically like a 40-on-1.
Yeah, I've
You
seen
know?
the Gracie family like picture of like they had like a jiu-jitsu type of Gracie family picture,
Yeah,
and there's a gang of motherfuckers. At first, I thought that was a class. Like I was like, oh, that's the Gracie family's like gym class, you know. And then I looked on it and I was like, oh no, that's their family. Like that's all
yeah,
these motherfuckers. I
yeah.
was like,
Like
God
so,
damn.
so when he fought Hoist Gracie back in 2000,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
He fucked up boys.
they were calling him the Gracie Hunter,
Oh,
and then he beat the brakes off of like 4 of them, and they called him the Gracie Killer.
damn. I mean, regardless, the Gracies had to this day they still have a rep though. They're still known for.
Well,
fucking
yeah, because they're the
motherfuckers up,
ones who made jiu-jitsu like popular throughout the world.
yeah,
Like it's essentially at this point like a staple of MMA. Like you have to know jiu-jitsu because
yeah,
of them.
yeah, because they went and fucking everybody up on the ground.
Yeah.
But fuck, that's crazy though.
I'm trying to see who he lost to.
The one guy in the world that was fucking the Gracies up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that one. That's new to me. You learn something new every day. I thought the Gracies were just that family that was just dominating the fucking UFC or MMA in general. Apparently not. There's that one guy. It's just that one guy that was fucking them up. What are you looking for? What? The guy that beat them?
Let's see.
Why don't you put what
It,
Gracie?
it looks like he beat Ryan Gracie too. Yeah, let me see.
Ryan Gracie and all of them? Well, I think one of the oldest ones is the one that is like the best one. Which makes sense, I guess.
Well, that ain't hope.
You think you couldn't find it or what?
Just said Sakuraba versus Hoist Gracie.
Who won?
The fight lasted. Sakuraba by TKO. It lasted 90 minutes
TKO.
because Hoist was like, "No, fuck that. We're gonna go until
So-
somebody loses." So they basically fought for an hour and a half before Gracie before
Somebody broke their arm?
no Sakuraba TKO.
Yeah, technical knockout. So either he fucked them up to knock
So
them
why
out.
would that be a broken arm? That would be a submission if he broke his arm.
No, because if you don't tap and your arm fucking breaks.
That's a
it's
submission
TKO.
still.
Is
No,
it?
because
If you're
TKOs are only issued to basically if you get hit and don't respond, but you're not out.
No, because the refs can stop a fight and call it TKO if your shit's like all busted the fuck up.
Right.
Huh.
But it doesn't work that way for submissions. If your shit gets snapped, it's still a submission.
Is that game over?
Yeah, it's still a submission. Like
So if you don't tap and your shit snaps, it's like that's it. TKO?
Yeah.
Or no, submission?
Yeah, it's still submission. You
Whose
have
shit
to.
snapped? There was some dude that's their shit snapped.
There's a few guys. I have no idea who the fuck beat him. I watched a whole like documentary on him though. So there's a guy on YouTube that makes really good documentaries that I watch.
So what do you think, Steve? Is it worth tapping or is it worth letting your shit get snapped?
It's worth tapping.
You think so?
Yeah, because if you tap, then a few days later, maybe a week later, you could be back in the gym training. If your shit gets snapped, you're out for like 3 or 4 weeks.
But it depends on what it is, no? Or what if they catch you like in a guillotine and you don't tap? You just go out.
Well, then your shit doesn't snap, does it?
No, you
But
get
you
choked out.
specifically said if your shit snaps.
Yeah. Is getting choked out still count as a fucking submission?
Yep.
That too?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be considered a knockout, technically?
Nope, because you didn't get knocked out.
Well, you're out.
A knockout is only due to strikes.
But there is TKO, so.
Right, but that's due to strikes.
It's a technical knockout.
Due to strikes. Just like in boxing, if you hit somebody and they don't stand up for that 10 count.
It's a knockout.
Or there's a 3 knockdown rule, then it's a TKO.
Yeah, I guess.
But if you hit them and they go out, that's a knockout, like a straight up just knockout.
I don't know. I forgot who it was. Well, I was watching that UFC fight not too long ago. It was maybe last year or this year. Well, the dude's elbow broke.
I mean, there's who'd it happen to?
I don't remember.
But yeah, I've seen a few. Not elbow, but they're.
Yeah, I saw the elbow break.
Tim Silva's forearm broke.
His forearm?
Yeah, and he kept trying to fight, but they called it off.
They're like, no.
Yeah, due to a submission.
Damn. Your forearm, this part?
Mm-hmm. Like you watch it like bending, and then it just like, yeah, you just see that like. And yeah, I think it was Herb Dean that was reffing that fight, and he called it off.
You're like, no, fuck that, dude. You just snapped.
Yeah.
And that dude still wanted to fight. He was like, "Nah, I'm good, coach. I'm good." And the shit was just like,
Well, he's not trying to convince his coach that he's good. He's trying to convince the ref that he's good.
That's why I'm good, ref. Look, I'm good.
Yeah, and the ref was like, "No, fuck that, bro. Like you're fucked."
You got one hand, dude. What you gonna do with that one hand?
I don't remember what the guy that I watched was, but there's a guy that had the documentary about it.
I don't know.
And I think it might be this guy, Forrest Sowa.
Forrest Sowa.
Mm-hmm. And he talks about like from when he was a kid to when he like grew up and how he got into it and all that shit. Because he originally wanted to be a wrestler, like a shoot wrestler, where it's like half real, half fake. Like the matches are still decided,
like rigged.
Yeah, but you still like actually like hit each other. And through trying to get better at striking, and I think just wrestling, he like somehow got into MMA and then just did that and started kicking the fuck out of people. Is it this guy? Let me see.
What guy?
Let me see. I don't remember if it was this one, but I remember watching some documentary about him, and yeah, it was really good.
I don't know. Dude, what's up with Florida? Florida got hit with that hurricane and I guess it fucked them all up, huh?
Yeah, but Florida always gets hit with hurricanes. Every year they get hit with a hurricane of some scale. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, that's what would suck about living in fucking Florida, wouldn't it?
Oh, there's a lot of shit that sucks about living in Florida.
Gators,
Alligators, drug addicts, those
poisonous
fucking
snakes.
those island boys.
Fuck,
Yeah,
that's the
snakes,
island
fucking
boys. Fuck.
hurricanes. Motherfuckers out there just be fucking wilding. I could steal the wild wild west out there somehow.
The Wild Wild East.
Yeah, they have like a stand your ground law where if like you're fucking with somebody, they could just pull out a strap and blast your ass.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They have a stand your ground law.
Basically, the way that it works is like, let's say I'm just
So
minding my own business and some crackhead runs up to me and tries to fight me and I have a strap, I could just blast him.
damn, that's why them fools are wilding.
Mm-hmm. I think
Yeah,
that's how it works. I might be wrong.
I don't know. You imagine? I mean, it makes kind of sense if you're like chilling and you're like, "Yo, man, I don't want no problems," and they're like, "Well, you got problems," and then you're like, "All right, whatever." Bam,
Yeah, fuck that.
you pull up. As they say nowadays, you pull out the blinky on them.
Yeah, the whatever the fuck they call it, the blicky, the blinky, the binky.
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know. That
That's
shit.
I just
A
want
lot of those terms I don't understand. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And they're just like, bro, like, how don't you know? And it's like
cause back in my day we call that shit the strap,
the strap, the gat, the hitter,
the hammer,
the piece.
yeah, the piece. That's a classic. So
Yeah.
I got the piece, and I was like,
Yeah. And I was like, hung, hung, hung,
yeah.
hung.
Honk. Kind of, whoa, what kind of fucking gun is that?
Yeah, I like that fucking interview. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, it's that who is it? What's that kid's name?
Takashi fucking dumb nine.
Takashi 6ix9ine is talking about how like somebody pulled out a gun behind him and started shooting, and he's like, man, they pulled out the gun. They were like, hung, hung, hung. And this guy's like, man, what the fuck kind of gun was he shooting?
Yeah.
And then he recognizes that shit was stupid, and he's like, I don't know, like it's just.
He's like, no, because he was talking about what's gonna stop anybody from coming around from under the stairs. Why come out and then honk. And then like, what the fuck? Hold up. He's like, what kind of fucking gun is that?
That shit's so funny.
I ain't never heard no gun like that.
Yeah, I wonder if I can find it. Let's see.
Just put the audio.
Takashi.
The fucking honk.
6ix9ine.
I was like, God damn, what the fuck? The motherfucking sounds like a deli blade. The fuck?
I want to find it somewhere that's not YouTube.
Good luck with that, because I think that's where the interview is on. I heard it already.
Yeah, that one's just the sound that one works. It's just the sound that he made. Okay.
Just the sound. They only need to hear the sound. They don't need to see the fucking dumbass video.
I don't know if I have a way to just play the sound, so I have to share the screen.
Sure.
Here's what it is, though. Jesus Christ. How the fuck did this happen?
Nice.
Hold on.
What did you do? What the fuck is this?
I don't know. Here it is.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that fucking sound from.
I have no fucking clue. That's just what was in his fucking head for some reason.
And the thing about that audio is it's fucking old too. It's like last year.
That's not old.
Maybe before that. Well, I'm saying it's old, like compared to other things.
That's
not recent.
Yeah, old would be like if he's never heard a gun ever in his whole fucking life, but he's seen a gun shoot. Then yeah, okay, fine. That's what a gun.
That's like that fucking thing you showed me, that video. Those motherfuckers in the 1700s with the muskets. He's like, what?
Yeah,
You fucking bastard,
fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm
Fuck
gonna
you,
blast
bitch.
your ass right now.
Yeah, it's
7 minutes.
17. Yeah, I'm gonna blast your ass.
He's like,
And
7 minutes.
he like
I'm gonna
shoots
blast
him,
your
and
ass.
he's like, that was a weak ass shot. Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, he blasts him and he goes, that was a weak ass shot. Fuck you, bitch, and blast your ass. Damn, you imagine that shit? You and like the other guy take a shot, bam, you fucking miss. Now both of you fucking dumbasses are in the middle of a fucking war, trying to reload your fucking dumbass musket. First
I
guy
mean,
to
that
load
shit happened.
first guy to load the musket wins.
You know what would suck? Like, what's that girl? Abigail Williams?
I don't fucking know.
The girl that died. Like they somehow a musket, like a stray shot, got shot into her house and it hit her and killed her. Went
Got
through
hit
her,
with
like went through her wall and hit her and killed her. And I'm like,
damn. She got hit with a stray musket ball. That shit
yeah,
wasn't
but
even a bullet back in the day. That shit was a ball.
well, okay. So then, but that's what I'm saying is right. A bullet, I could see a bullet going through a wall and hitting
But a
somebody and killing
musket
them.
ball?
Yeah, a fucking yeah.
That shit must have gone through the window then. I don't know how the fuck it went through a
Maybe I don't
wall.
remember. I think it was Abigail Williams.
I don't fucking know. But you imagine that you chilling next thing you know, bam, catch a fucking stray musket ball.
Be so stupid.
At that point, if I missed my shot and I was in front of the dude and he
Oh,
missed his shot,
Abigail
I would've-
Williams is not the name. Abigail Williams is the name of the girl who started the Salem witch trials.
fuck. If I would have missed with the musket, if I was back in the fucking when was that? 1700s or 1600s?
No, it was like the 1800s because America
18?
was founded in 1776, and then the Civil War was in 17 something. They were still using those shits,
Well, we'll say the 1700s.
or 18 something.
All right, whatever year.
Here,
If I would have missed at that point, I would have just used my musket as a fucking club.
Yeah, but it's not like you're that close. 1861 to 1865.
All right, so 1800s.
You're not that close though.
But if you were that close,
Yeah, but then if you're that close, if you miss, you're a fucking idiot and you deserve to be dead.
that's what I'm saying. If you miss at that close, you might as well. I would have just clubbed that motherfucker to death with my rifle.
I'm pretty sure
with my
they did
musket.
if they were close enough, but that's the thing is you have to be close enough first.
I guess at that point you might as well just drop your fucking musket and just fucking pull
Throw
out your
hands.
little. Yeah, you might as well throw hands or pull out your rifle or your
Knife.
saber or whatever the fuck you got.
Something. Yeah, anything else? A rock off the ground?
At that point, I guess I
don't know.
imagine they carried a pistol, right? So you take your pistol out.
Yeah, but that one was also bullshit, so
Yeah, but I mean it's another shot.
probably not though.
But it's another shot though. I mean you're right up in that motherfucker's face. You might
Yeah, but then why not just carry a second rifle at that point?
Because that's too much. That's why they would do those lines.
Because the pistol, they had to fucking ramrod that bitch too, because it was the same
Yeah.
fucking thing.
But that's two shots though. And you imagine so you got your rifle, you go, bam, you miss, and then you're like, oh shit. You
But
grab your
that's the
little
thing
piece.
is, I think they were.
Bam.
It was expensive already because you had to arm like I don't know.
Then why would I have
100,000 people?
fucking muskets?
Because you killed somebody and took theirs.
What if that shit's unloaded? Because that's why he died.
Well, then you load it and then you run around with the second
Now I'm
musket
stuck
that's
with two
loaded.
fucking muskets that I gotta load. What if I miss both shots?
So what? Then you better hope that you're in cover, and you at that point you deserve to die.
Yeah. Fuck that. At that point,
Because at that point, if you miss, then maybe they miss too.
well, that's why those muskets were unfucking reliable as fuck.
That's all they had. What the hell did you want them to do?
Why do you think that fucking saying they had? Don't fire until you see the white of their eyes. Because those shits were that inaccurate, dude. You had to shoot that motherfucker
probably.
between a couple fucking yards. I think you couldn't shoot anybody any farther than 20 yards. Anything farther than that, I think your fucking musket ball will fly off whatever fucking other way.
Probably, but I don't know. I think it wasn't actually the whites of their eyes, but
that's what they said in that fucking thing.
Because that's the other thing is those fuckers would fight in the middle of forests too.
That's why.
So yeah, it's hard to hit somebody. That's why, like in the open field, like Gettysburg was a fucking massacre because there were so many people that you could just fucking shoot. You'll hit somebody.
You gotta hit somebody at that point. Fuck. No, but in Gettysburg, they were using cannons and all sorts of shit.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying is if you shoot your musket, you're gonna hit somebody because there was a fuckload of people there.
Yeah.
And it was an open field. So you would come out of the woods and then you were just in a giant open field.
Getting blasted from the other side of the woods.
Yeah, and that's why it was like a huge thing is because basically both armies had to like come out into that field and fight. So that's what it was.
That's not even that crazy though. I think the crazier time of war was when they didn't even have guns. They were just spears and swords.
Well, that
I guess,
bows and arrows.
yeah, bows and I guess that's the closest thing to a strap. It's a bow and arrow.
Well, the Chinese had gunpowder way before then. They had guns basically way before then.
Did they?
Yeah, they invented the Gatling gun basically.
I thought.
The
Really?
first devices identified as guns or proto guns appeared in China from around AD 1000. By the
What
end of
the
the
fuck?
13th century, they had become true guns, metal barrel firearms that fired single projectiles, which occluded the barrel. Gunpowder and gun technology spread throughout Eurasia during the 14th century.
So the Chinese are the reason there was straps.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, I know they discovered gunpowder.
Black powder was introduced in 1250.
1250.
Yep, the very first firearms that have been discovered are hand cannons that date back to 1364.
Damn. So they were shooting cannons. They didn't give a fuck.
Well, they were called hand cannons because they basically had to be loaded like a fucking cannon.
Damn. Still, you imagine you show with a fucking gun like that?
It wasn't that big.
Check that ass.
It wasn't like a fucking cannonball. There was just a
No.
smaller projectile. Like it looked
Wow.
like a fucking gun, but it was just a piece of shit, basically.
That's like those what was those guns that they were using the pirates? The fucking blunderbuss.
Oh, that was like a shotgun. But this,
That was a hand cannon.
yeah,
Well, it looked like just a modern day musket or something. Well, not modern day, but a musket.
but yeah, that's the
So,
shit they used.
oh damn! So the Chinese were fucking blasting motherfuckers back in 1200s.
Yeah,
They
they were the ones who made the Gatling gun. They'd
damn.
like crank it, and then it just like that was automatic back in the day.
You know what's crazy though? Is with all that technology, I'm surprised they didn't take over more than they did.
What do you put? China's huge.
I know it's huge, but I'm saying like I'm surprised they didn't like conquer more back in the day.
I don't know.
Like Genghis Khan.
I've never looked into Chinese history like that.
Like how we were looking in the Genghis Khan, and he didn't give no fucks. He was taking over all.
I don't know.
Shit.
Maybe they thought about it and they're like, how are we gonna manage
So much
that big of an expansion? Yeah, like without other people with other ulterior motives. Like we can only do so much.
You think they pre-thought about that? They were like, nah, fuck that. We got enough trouble with our shit.
Yeah, basically, because that's the thing. Is like, what the fuck? Like, you can only do so much.
Yeah.
Too many people, too many different people trying to like, it's the same way like that. Even when you think about like the U.S., you know what I mean? Like, it supposedly works, but it's corrupt as fuck. Like, I don't think anybody can deny that.
I guess.
And it's because all it takes is one weak link, and you can't do anything about it.
I don't know. I mean, China is pretty big, but if you think about it, all the like countries, like the main like populace, lives by the coast.
Do they? I don't know.
Yeah, like Hong Kong, Beijing, and all that shit's like by the coast.
Yeah, but those are major cities. You're talking about like per
But
capita.
I think everything lives by there though. But that's like most of China. Everything else is like considered like fucking the country. Obviously, there's people that live all over China, but nobody goes there really. Everybody just goes to like Hong Kong or Beijing or wherever else. I don't know.
I have no idea. Like I said, I don't know enough about China.
I don't either. China's like a mystery to me. That's all I know about it really. It's like Hong Kong, Beijing, and maybe some other little city here and there.
Well, it's because people don't look into it. Like I don't look into that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like me and you are more like tapped into looking into Japan rather than China.
Yeah.
So, But that's like me. Like I don't want to go anywhere. I've gone to places here in Mexico, but like when they're like, "Oh, I want to go on vacation to somewhere in Mexico," or not really Mexico, but when they say like, "Oh, I want to go to vacation to like another Latin country," like they'll say like, "Oh, I want to go to Colombia," and
Not
I'm
me.
like, and I'm like,
There,
or they're like,
there's
"I want to
there's
go to like Argentina," and I'm like,
mm, I've never met anybody who's like, I want to go to Argentina.
No, I've met a couple people, and I'm like,
Why?
yeah, that's my first question. Why? My
What's the
second,
reasoning they've given you?
fuck, they just like, oh, I just want to go somewhere else, and like they speak Spanish, so I feel like it's easy, and I'm like,
That's
to be
what
honest,
that's the weird thing about other countries too, is that they have that idea of like, oh, but they speak my language, so it'll be easier. Like,
but that's not the thing. Like the thing that I think about is like, I feel like if you go to another Latin country, which might just be me though, but I feel like if you see Mexico, you kind of see every other Latin country because everything else is kind of built the same. Like I've
mhm.
seen buildings in Colombia and they look like they're built like in Mexico. Maybe some things a little different, but I was like, they're not that much different than here. So I was like,
Right. Well, I mean, that's the thing too. Is so Mexico has its tourist spots that are really pretty and they look pretty modern, like
right,
pretty like Americanized, right?
yeah,
And other countries in like Central and South America have the same thing,
right.
but like
Well, I feel like this is
for
the thing. Like
what?
this
For
is what I feel
what?
like is like.
Like their food is worse. Like I'll just go to Mexico and have Mexican food.
Well, this is the thing is like I get you're trying to get an experience and it's something new, but to me, it's kind of like you see one kind of like Latin country, you kind of see them all. They're all very similar.
Well, one's a
Their
one
culture may
that
be
I would
different.
the one that I would go to is Costa Rica
Mm,
because it's like a jungle there.
I
That'd be the
guess,
cool thing.
but I feel like that's like there's just close enough to where it's like I don't want to waste my money going to those places. If I'm gonna spend money, I'd rather go somewhere far, like out of this fucking place.
Well,
You
Central
know,
America or Costa Rica is far, right? But but I get it. I get what you're
not
saying
that
though.
far.
It's like
Like
I
I don't.
rather go to like I don't want to go to Canada for what? I rather
Yeah,
go to
see,
like
that's the thing.
either
It's
Alaska, which is
similar.
still in the U.S. I don't need a fucking passport to go to fucking
But
Alaska,
me
or
personally, I'm like, okay, if you're gonna waste money, because a lot of Mexicans, to believe it or not, for some reason, Mexico can go to Cuba. Mexicans can go in and out of Cuba for like easily, which is kind of weird. So a lot of Mexicans will go to Cuba, and they're like, "Oh, Cuba's so pretty," and I've seen a lot of people go, and I'm like, "Why would you
is it
want to go to Cuba?"
is it pretty?
Yeah, I mean, the pictures they showed me were cool, but I was like, "Why would you want to go to Cuba? Why?" And they're like, "It's cheap and it's nice," and I was like, "Okay, I get it. Okay, so you're going because it's cheap."
Cheaper than Mexico?
Yeah, dude, Cuba is cheap, dude.
Damn, that's crazy.
You can eat like a full like crazy ass meal, like lobster and like nice seafood for like $6.
Okay, but what if I don't want to eat that because I don't like lobster and most
Well,
seafood?
this is what I'm saying. I don't know what else there. This is the thing about Cuba, though. Cuba, from what I've seen and people have told me, is Cuba's resources are really limited. So certain things that are considered fancy, like they're not that fancy.
Like what? What's fancy?
Like the fanciest thing would be like the lobster stuff that I'm telling you, because they could get it from the ocean. Like a lot of things that are fancier is things that they can get their hands on. But like general, like I've seen like how they make pizza there, and their pizza's kind of weird because they don't have
Like they're
like,
doing what they can.
yeah, they're doing what they can. So like their
Mhm.
pizza won't have like really sauce on it, like pizza sauce. Their alternative is, so it's like bread with cheese on it, and they put ketchup on it, and
Mm.
that's their like pizza.
Like
And apparently to them it's like this is a shit.
like sweet ketchup.
Yeah. And I was
That's
like,
weird.
what the fuck? I was like, so it's like cheese bread with pepperoni on it and ketchup. And I was like, there's no tomato sauce, and they're like, no, because it's hard to get. And I was like,
How's ketchup easy to get?
I have no clue.
Is it just cheap enough that they could just have an easier time importing it?
I'm thinking so. I'm thinking he's just said it's cheaper to
weird.
get for somehow some other. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I was watching some sort of documentary. I don't remember where the fuck I saw it, but some dude went to Cuba and he was walking around and buying shit. I think it was a Mexican dude too.
Dude, but that's like an. Oh, well, finish your thing.
And so he went to a couple food places and like the hamburgers. I think the hamburger meat was something different. It wasn't like hamburger. It was
Dick.
no, I don't remember what the fuck it was. It was something different,
Like a different animal, like goat or
something like that. I think
sheep.
I don't remember what he said it was. It was something different. Like even the vegetables on it were different. Like because they couldn't get like certain things.
Hmm.
So I mean, he said it was still good, but it was just different because he was expecting it a certain way because that's how you just picture it.
Mhm.
But since they're limited to certain resources, they just kind of do like how you said they just kind of do what they got, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Huh.
they're still doing it, but that's what he was explaining. He was like, yeah, he's like the you come expecting like when you picture a burger, you picture it a certain way, and then you
Mhm.
get it, and you're like, what the hell is it different? It's still a burger, but it's not exactly what you thought, you know.
Right.
So, but he was saying it was good, but I was like, I don't know about all that, bro.
Right. But see that so that's what I was gonna say about Mexico. That's like how Mexico is, right? You go get bacon and it's turkey. It's just already turkey bacon. And then
No,
you
that's
go
the hot
get you
dogs.
and then you go yeah, you also get hot dogs and you get ham and it's also turkey.
That was the hot dogs and the. You
The
can
ham
get bacon that's turkey, but then you can also get bacon that's bacon.
right, yeah, you get bacon that's pork, you get ham that's pork, you can get hot dogs that's pork, but it's so
Pork
expensive
and beef.
and it's weird. Yeah. And it's weird that it's
Most of
expensive.
the that's what people don't like. I think that's one thing that people don't realize here is a lot of like the like deli products like hot dogs. I was gonna say weenies, hot dogs
Yeah, we
and
need.
ham is is like turkey based. Like
But then, but that's what I'm saying. So that's the weird thing is because then you get chorizo and it's actually fucking
pork.
pork. It's like why can't you just do that with everything else? Like what the fuck is going on? Like,
Which you would think because shit
bro,
is
and
made
that
of.
exactly. And
This is what I was
Mexico
thinking.
eats so much pork that why not just have it ham? And if you want the ham that's pork, it's so fucking expensive. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it's not that much expensiver. But
Yes, it was
it,
double the
it
price.
because the other one was turkey and you were buying the cheap ass one. But
That's
anyways,
what I'm saying. It's double the
no,
price.
but this is like one thing that I thought about. You would think since everything is like the deli products like ham and weenies and other meats that you buy like deli meats is turkey based. You would think people would be thinner
That's
because it's like
because motherfuckers cook shit in oil there. They like put lard in their tortillas. They put lard in their fucking beans. Like
ooh,
that's the problem. Not in their beans, but like the refried beans. You know what I mean? Like that shit has lard in it.
ooh.
So, but that's the thing is people would be thinner if they didn't eat so many like so much fat, like so much grease. That's the issue. I don't think the issue is you know the
No, I don't
turkey.
know.
It's the issue that they'll be like, oh, we're gonna make turkey bacon, and then they'll fucking put grease in the pan. They'll put their fucking canola oil in that bitch or whatever oil, and then they'll cook it in that.
I don't know, but everything's delicious with grease.
No, I
Sí,
don't. I don't
güey.
like cooking. I don't like greasy ass shit anymore. There, okay, there are some food that I do like when it's greasy.
Like what?
Pizza. I like greasy ass pizza.
Fuck you,
Cause,
nasty
cause,
whore.
Burger King. Burger King used to make greasy ass pizza.
Burger King?
No, Pizza Hut. I don't know why I thought Burger King. Pizza Hut. Back when I was in middle school, you had the option to go buy Pizza Hut, and it was greasy as fuck, and that's what made it good, right?
Greasy ass pizza.
Greasy.
Pizza's still greasy though,
You would
regardless.
no, like greasy. Like you would take a napkin like this, and
Uh-huh.
you'd put it on the pizza, and it'd be drenched. It would look soaked in fucking grease. And so Little Caesars has that new like old world pepperoni pizza, and that shit is greasy. It's so good.
It's you fucking nasty whore.
But other than that, I don't really like other stuff being greasy.
No, Steve, you can nasty. No, but I was gonna tell you, like,
is good.
anything with cheese on it really is greasy. For some reason, cheese is really greasy, anyways.
Yeah, but that's the other. That's just it. Is I feel like
Cheese is just greasy, anyways. Because if you make
it's
a
just all the
quesadilla
greasy shit
and
they
you go
eat.
like this, it just drips grease.
Yeah, well, it's because they fucking put grease on the pan and then they fucking throw it on there.
No, because you can make a quesadilla
Yes.
just like you can.
No,
make a
you
quesadilla-
can. You can. You're right. You can. But they put when you so if we make a
It's not
quesadilla at
greasy,
your house,
fuck, it's oil.
whatever, but it makes it
They
greasy.
put oil on the fucking whatever.
Because
it is.
if we make a quesadilla at your house and we did, it's not all fucking greasy, right? But when
That's
we go
greasy.
out and we go to a taco shop and we get a quesadilla, that shit's greasy as fuck, and it's because they put oil on their fucking grill, on their flat top,
so it don't stick.
right? So it makes it greasy.
Mm.
And in Mexico, it's like fucking cheaper to just go out and eat instead
It
of
seems
cooking
like
at home.
it's fucking delicious.
Like if you just go to like mom and pop shops in Mexico, it's so cheap to eat.
It's cheap for you. If I do it all the fucking time, it fucks my account up.
You do it all the time, bitch.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. When's the last time you fucking cooked something at home? Be honest.
Just the other day.
When was the other day? The other day could be a week ago.
No, it was the other day.
When?
I cooked eggs and bacon.
When?
That was like maybe like 4 days ago.
And then before then?
Before then, what did I cook?
Nothing, bitch.
Oh, I cooked those lentils. Remember?
Dude, that was a month ago. That was like 6 weeks ago.
Dude, I had lentejas for like a fucking month, dude. It's fucking bonkers.
That's what I'm saying. But see, exactly. So it is cheaper to go out and eat.
It's not cheaper, to be honest.
Then how come it's been 4 days since you cooked something at home and then 6 weeks before then?
Because I'm never home. So
okay, so then you just go out and eat.
If I buy food, this is the thing. If I buy food, it's gonna sit in my fucking fridge. It's gonna sit in there and it's gonna go bad. By the time I try to eat it, it's already bad. So I just don't even buy shit no more.
Right. So it's cheaper for you to eat out.
It's not cheaper. It's easier.
No, it is cheaper because otherwise you're wasting money on food that's going to go bad, which is then throwing away money when you could just go out, get some food that's made, eat as much as you want, order as much as you want.
No. No, when you do the math, it's not cheaper to eat out all the fucking time. It costs more to eat out. But if I were to buy food and like have time to cook it and get it like out before it goes bad, it's cheaper to buy food.
It's okay. So why don't you just meal prep? Because it's cheaper to go out and buy food.
It's not because it's cheaper.
Boom.
It's just easier. Since I'm never home, it'll just go bad by the time I get time to cook.
Yeah. So again, it makes it cheaper.
Doesn't make it cheaper.
Yes, it does because it's a meal wasted.
No, it's not cheaper. It's just more convenient because then I don't gotta buy the food and let it go bad in my fucking fridge. Because I've had that happen where I buy food and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna cook this and that, but I don't have time to do it. I'm always up and down.
Right. So ultimately, it would have been cheaper for you to just go out and buy that food somewhere.
No, still no.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the cost is more to eat out than to just cook some shit at my house.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So instead of going out, buying that food, putting it in your fridge, then it goes bad, and then you don't eat it, and then you go out and you either have to buy the same shit again, or you just go out and buy some food. It would have been cheaper in the long run to just have gone out and bought that and then ate out in the first place.
When you put it like that, yes.
Boom, cheaper to eat out, confirmed.
Oh, fuck you. It's because that whole thing, like, it makes it like I gotta spend double if I fucking don't eat it by the time it goes bad. The thing about food in Mexico, shit goes bad pretty fast, which I don't know why that is.
I don't know.
So if you don't, it's not like in the States. Like in the States, I could buy like a steak and leave it in my fridge for a couple days and then later cook it and it's still fine. Here, you grab a steak and you leave it anything past like 2-3 days, it's bad.
Do you know in Japan it's actually cheaper to go out and eat than to buy food and make it at your house?
Yeah, I've heard that. Because Japan has a lot of like what is that?
Mom
Like
and pop
soups.
shops.
Yeah, but
Like
if
Mexico.
you think about but if you think about their food is not like Mexican food sometimes expensive. Like when you buy food out on the street.
Yeah, sometimes, but I'm sure you could go out and find the spots that are like very affordable and cheap. Like
But
those fucking potato tacos that we got.
oh fucking how much were they? I don't even fucking remember. $1.50?
Yeah, like $1.50, and she gives you 5, and those shits are fairly filling.
But
Like it's a good breakfast.
yeah. But if you think about like Japanese food, it's mainly rice, fish, and like noodles.
That's racist.
But it is, so fuck you.
No, it only is on the coast.
But I'm saying
You live inland, where the fuck are you gonna get fish from? Right? So they eat more beef and farm animals, chicken.
But I'm saying chicken's still not that expensive. So even if you ate chicken,
okay,
and so it's gonna be chicken, rice, maybe some noodles and vegetables. A lot of their food is vegetables. If you've seen it, like a lot of their dishes include a lot of vegetables,
and
then
so.
like a little course of like chicken, like a little bit of chicken, and then a majority is like vegetables, rice, soups, seaweed, and some protein. And it's not a lot of protein. It's only a little bit of protein.
Well,
Like at those like
explain yakitori chicken then.
But yeah,
it's chicken on a stick.
Well, yeah,
all protein
on a stick. And the stick's like this big though.
And takoyaki.
But I'm saying like, if I were to go eat just like little kebabs. Last time I went and bought chicken, I bought like 2 pounds of chicken for like $2. About like 2 something.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
Because here, no, not here. There. I mean, if you go buy rotisserie chicken, it's fairly cheap.
Well, I went and bought like chicken thighs, I think, without bone.
See, I bought chicken thighs and it was like 3 something for like a pound and a half.
I bought like 2 pounds for like.
You said $2.
It was like $2. Yeah, it was like 2.
That's cheap.
It was like 88 pesos. So it was like, oh no, I lied. That's not $2. That's like $4.
Well, then I lied too. Mine was $6.
Ooh.
I don't remember how much it was because I just
because I just did the math.
I have to eat it, so I have to buy it.
So yeah, it was like $4. $4 for 2 pounds. It's still like $2 a pound.
I don't know how much chicken is. I feel like chicken is like $3 a pound here.
I'm not sure, but chicken I know is fairly cheaper than beef. So
depends on the beef. If you could buy like 80-20 beef, and it's cheap as fuck. But if you buy lean beef, it's expensive.
But you're talking about like ground beef. I'm talking about like beef cuts.
One that's the same thing. That's the weird thing about. So here, if you buy ground beef, the leaner the cut, the leaner the ground, the more expensive it is. The fattier, the cheaper. But then when you go look at cuts, fattier cuts are more expensive.
Yeah.
Like I can go out and buy like bottom round, which is like usually about 24, 25 grams of protein and maybe like 4 or 5 grams of fat. And it's cheap. But then you look at like a New York steak that's like got way more fat in it, and it's way more expensive. Like fattier cuts are just way more expensive. It's weird.
Yeah. Like ribeyes.
Yeah.
Ribeyes in porterhouses.
Mm-hmm. But as soon as you grind it up, it changes it. It's weird.
I think because when you grind it, you don't get like the good cuts. You like the fucking bullshit ass leftovers.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. If I take bottom round and I grind it up, I'm gonna get, lean meat. But
But
if I ground up like a ribeye, it's gonna be still fatty. So it would make it cheaper somehow.
I guess
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't-
That's what doesn't make sense. Is you take a cheap cut like bottom round, put it through the grinder, and it makes it more expensive. But then if you take like a ribeye, put it through the grinder, it makes it cheaper.
Not really, because it has a name ribeye in it. So if you take like the name ribeye and you add
Yeah,
it
but
to
you just
whatever it
take
is,
the name out and you just say 80-20 ground beef.
but no, yeah,
And it
that
makes
way,
it
yes.
cheaper, even though it's the same thing.
But that's the whole thing about the cut. Is if
That's what I'm saying. It's stupid, though. All you have to do is take out the name. So as soon as you take out the name bottom round and you say, oh, this is like, 97.3, then it's like, ooh,
ooh,
more expensive.
you see that, people?
Just doesn't
They're
make
getting
any
lied
sense.
to.
It's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask
That's
me.
like people that buy purified water. And you can buy tap water for free.
In the long run, you will save money by
I don't know
buying a meat grinder, buying
Somebody-
bottom round, and
somebody
grinding
had a
your own
good point
fucking
about
meat.
using our resources for benefit, like water. Some guy was talking about. He's like, dude, I just drink tap water, and he's like, it's free. He's like, and then there's those companies that take like tap water, run it through a little filter, and sell it back to you, and using up all the water.
Right.
And he's like, that's some bullshit. He's like, you're just buying water that you can just drink out of the fucking tap. He's like, but you, for some reason, don't like tap water and you want to drink out of the fucking faucet or you want to drink purified water. He's like, which I get what he's saying and I get what the other people say. Like, it's different. Purified water tastes different. It's just different. It's purified, supposedly.
But that's what I'm saying. So tap water straight out the tap, no filtering, or filtered tap water?
I'm thinking just tap water, no filter.
Because if I drink tap water, I don't know, it like builds up a bunch of shit in my throat and it makes me throw up.
That's you though. I could drink tap water from there. Not
Okay,
here.
yeah, exactly.
Tap water here is dirty. You can't drink that.
Yeah,
water here.
exactly.
But I mean, you can't drink it here. That's the thing.
Right.
But in the States, I could drink the tap water. I was fine drinking.
That's
tap
the thing
water.
is I used to not have a problem, but I don't know what changed, and it'll make me straight up throw up now.
It's you just being a pussy.
No, because I did it forever, and then just one day, I don't know, something changed.
Well,
and
I don't know what it is about you,
no more.
but you can't drink the Mexican fucking tap water. That's just full of fucking.
I can't, or nobody can.
Nobody can. Not here. You'll get sick off of. Not sick, but it's gonna fuck your stomach up. It's just you just can't.
So
If you want to drink it out of the fucking faucet, you have to boil it. You have to boil it and then drink it.
And does it taste good? You're like,
I don't think so. I think it tastes different than like the water that you get from like the purified places, which is something weird. I don't know.
Maybe just get a Brita filter.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you probably could
Save some money.
Ooh, but I don't know. How long can you use a Brita filter before you got to change it?
Depends on the filter. There's some that go 3 and there's some that go 6.
Like 3 months and then 6 months. How much are each one?
Probably like $6
Oh,
for the filter.
that's not too bad. I might think about doing that. But Steve, any finishing thoughts? We're about to leave in 10 seconds. 5 seconds.
No.
No? All right. Well, fuck you then.